Hi, and thank you all for joining us. I'm Andrew Campanella, President of National School Choice Week. Today, this program focuses on an issue that matters to every single family and every American. It's not about politics or any product. It's about the education we provide every single child in this country. Here's a frightening and frustrating reality. Every 26 seconds, another child drops out of school. And for students who do make it to their senior year in high school, 62% are not proficient in reading. More than 70% do not write at a proficient level. Too many kids are simply not prepared for the opportunities and the challenges of real life. It impacts moms and dads and kids. It impacts small businesses who need to hire folks. It impacts our communities and our economy. But let's not dwell today on the problems. Let's talk about solutions. We know what works. Giving parents, the people who know their kids the best, the power to choose the very best education for their children. It's called school choice. And as you'll see today and throughout this week, when parents have the power to choose the right education for their kids, great things happen. Students are inspired to learn. They achieve at higher levels, and they graduate prepared for real life. Telling these stories is what this event today and National School Choice Week is all about. It's about letting parents know what options they have for their kids' education, and about raising awareness of the need for even more options for children and families. National School Choice Week begins today, right here at this event. The week will be the largest series of education-related events in U.S. history. There will be an unprecedented 11,082 events across the country. When we talk about school choice, we're talking about all of the options that parents have for their kids. Traditional public schools, public charter schools, public magnet schools, online learning, private schools, and homeschooling. Today at this event, you'll hear from students from all of those types of education environments. You'll hear how school choice changed their lives for the better. Each event during National School Choice Week is completely unique. The one thing, though, that's the same are these yellow scarves. They've become the national symbol for school choice, and millions of Americans will be wearing their School Choice Week yellow scarves this week. In fact, all of the 1,900 students, parents, teachers, and community leaders joining me here at the Florida Theater in Jacksonville are wearing their scarves, and it's time for me to put mine on too, because National School Choice Week begins right here, right now, at this event.
From Jacksonville, Florida, this is special coverage of the largest celebration of educational opportunity in American history. From the stage of the historic Florida Theater, the official kickoff of National School Choice Week 2015 starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Denisha Merriweather.
Good afternoon and happy National School Choice Week. My name is Denisha Merriweather, and I am so excited to be kicking off this week's event, which has more than 11,000 events planned next week around the country. Isn't that amazing? It is an honor to be here with you today, especially as a college graduate. In fact, the old me would be surprised I'm here. You see, my childhood dictated a different path, one of struggle. I was born right here in Jacksonville, Florida. I grew up about 6 blocks from here, but I moved around constantly. And this took a toll on my grades. D's and F's were the norm. My poor grades and the fact that I was 2 years older than everyone in my class angered and embarrassed me. I was disruptive and I fought constantly. Teachers tried to help, but nothing they did seemed to work. I was unmotivated, and learning became a nightmare, a punishment for being a child. All too well, my future was mapped out for me. I would probably drop out of school and spend the rest of my life trying to make ends meet. But this didn't happen. Because of my godmother, she knew that finding the right school environment for me was necessary. So she decided to enroll me at Esprit de Corps Center for Learning. Oh. But the dilemma came of how she was going to pay for annual tuition. And that's when a friend of hers told her about the Florida Tax Credit Scholarship Program, and I was accepted. At Esprit de Corps, making the honor roll was expected. The motto is a school where learning is a joy, excellence is the norm, and superiority is our goal. This environment was totally different from me, but I decided to rise to the challenge. I believed that I could succeed, and so did the teachers. And I grew up in motivation, my self-confidence grew, and I stand before you here today. This past May, I graduated from the University of West Florida with my bachelor's degree in interdisciplinary social science. I specialize in children in society, which led to my work in the Dominican Republic this summer at an orphanage. Next year, I plan to enter the University of South Florida's master's program to receive a dual degree in social work and public health. After that, I plan to let passion and opportunity lead me into what I want to do next. Maybe instead of being the first person in my family to graduate from college, I'll be the first person in my family with the title doctor in front of my name. This would not have been possible without given the choice to attend a private school on the Florida Tax Credit Scholarship. Every student deserves these same opportunities. No matter what stands in the way of getting students these choices, I will continue to fight for everyone in this room and for everyone who deserves K through 12 educational opportunities. An opportunity for success, no matter what their family's income level. So many doors have been opened for me that I feel the best way to say thank you is to make sure those same doors are open for children like you. Thank you, and happy National School Choice Week.
Thank you so much, Denisha. Thank you very, very much. Throughout today's show, we'll talk about the many different types of schools that parents can choose or want to be able to choose for their children. For many parents, they'll always choose traditional public schools, schools like the ones I went to growing up and my amazing mom teaches at. In 2015, a record number of traditional public schools are celebrating National School Choice Week, and we're really proud of that. So let's go visit one. We go now live via satellite to Emmerich Manual High School in Indianapolis. Joining us is Hanno Becker, the principal of the school. Everybody here, say hi to Hanno and the students there. Hanno, how are you guys celebrating?
Andrew, thank you so much.
How are you guys celebrating National School
Andrew.
Choice Week this year?
Hey, thank you so much for having us on the program. We're really excited to be a part of National School Choice Week. Here at Manual, we're incredibly excited because for the first time in 9 years, our school has improved by a letter grade on our state ranking system. So what that means for us is that we're providing exceptional opportunities to our students. We really value providing those opportunities for our students, and we're really excited about being recognized by the state in that way.
Hanno, it sounds like you guys really have a lot to be proud of there.
We really do. You know, here at Manual, we try to provide a lot of different opportunities for all of our students. Our vision here at Manual is that we are able to support every student and prepare them for their future. So we have a phenomenal welding program. We have an exceptional after-school art program and music production program. And some of the other programs that we have here at Manual are featured by the students around me. So we have an incredible boys and girls basketball team. Our junior ROTC program is phenomenal. And we also have a National Honor Society that represents some of our best and brightest here at Manual.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for participating in School Choice Week, and congratulations to you and all the students there. And now, continuing on the theme of celebrating traditional public schools, it is my honor to welcome to the stage a member of the school board from right here in Duval County, Florida, Jason Fisher.
Thank you, Andrew. Greetings, everyone. I'd like to thank National School Choice Organization for choosing Jacksonville as the host to kick off National School Choice Week. On behalf of all the Jacksonville residents, let me welcome you to our great city. We thank you for being here and hope that you are all having a wonderful week celebrating school choice. I believe Jacksonville was chosen because we've been focused on improving the lives of children, and we are achieving real results. The catalyst for those results, in my opinion, was school choice. We've increased access to our magnet schools. We've opened school choice programs in every neighborhood school in the city so that all children have more options. We've tripled the number of charter schools in our city. And more children in Northeast Florida are taking advantage of the tax credit scholarship program, virtual offerings, and the McKay Scholarship than ever before. While all of this is exciting for our families, the choice movement still faces real and present danger. That's why National School Choice Week is critical to raising awareness around the country about how much choices in education mean to all of us. Our local, state, and federal government leaders will pay more attention when they see just how passionate you are and how many thousands upon thousands of students, parents, and teachers across the country believe everyone has the right to school choice. Thanks to all of you for being here. For those of you watching at home, thank you for tuning in and lending your support to this movement. With that, let me introduce the next speaker, Florida's 2015 Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Christy Bassett.
Greetings, students, parents, fellow educators, community leaders, and education advocates. Thank you so much for the privilege of being here with all of you to celebrate a right so vital to our citizens: access to quality education for all. As Florida's Teacher of the Year, I have had the opportunity to visit all kinds of public schools in every region of our great state. Florida is a national leader in offering parents a wide array of educational options for their children, and I couldn't be prouder of that fact. I have personally witnessed children thrive when they are able to take advantage of these options and reach their full potential. The art teacher in me rejoices for every child who attends a dedicated fine arts school like those of Harrison School of the Arts in Lakeland, Florida. The graphics artist in me is thrilled for the children at Millennia Elementary School in Orlando, Florida, where students are able to move at their own pace in a 21st century learning environment that combines the strength of virtual and brick-and-mortar classroom settings. I also celebrate the thousands of parents who are thrilled to send their children just down the road at their neighborhood public schools, which are performing at their highest level in Florida's history to date. I find that when parents have more say in where their children attend school, everybody wins. Parents can become even more engaged in their child's educational journey, and the child can reach new heights in their learning. I'm proud that my home county, Polk, offers our students excellent education options. We, like other Florida counties, showcase these options through school choice expos. We have parents and students taking an active role in their education like never before. Each student is an individual. Their education should reflect that individuality. We love having choices in every area of our lives. Education should be no different. As is the case for a growing number of Floridians, I too am a beneficiary of school choice. Throughout elementary, middle, and high school, I was blessed to attend my neighborhood public schools, and I received an excellent education. One of the best opportunities in my education came during my junior year of high school, when I was afforded the option to enroll in dual-enrolled collegiate courses at my local community college. There I was able to earn college credit and save tuition money, all while continuing to my participation in my high school's extracurricular activities. In other words, having the choice allowed me to access the best of both worlds. I can also tell you that teachers love school choice too. When families have more educational options at their disposal, teachers can access a greater variety of professional opportunities that best suit their strengths as educators. My colleagues around the state are extremely grateful to teach in all kinds of settings: public, charter, online, private, or at home. And parents tell them that their kids are succeeding because they find the best option that meets the needs of their child. I'd like to close by thanking all of you here in Jacksonville and watching at home for lending your voice to such an incredible movement. If you love your school, spread the word to your neighbors and friends. Let your local community leaders know how much you value having a choice. And most importantly, students, make every effort to work hard in the classroom and reach your full potential. You are tomorrow's leaders, and we adults, we are counting on you to keep America great. Thanks to all of you, and may God bless you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the official dance team of National School Choice Week, Living Energy.
All right, class, what week is it?
National School Choice Week!
this out. Y'all a little bit too quiet. I need y'all to make some noise in here. Give it up for Kelly. And Amber. Brianna. Bishop. And I'm Dave. Come on. Make some noise! Oh yeah! Check this out, y'all. Everybody freeze!
When we return, a special report from Phoenix, Arizona, and much more as the official kickoff of National School Choice Week 2015 continues.
By the end of this message,
another child will drop out of high school.
drop out,
Gone.
lost.
Our system is failing our children.
Our kids
Too many kids
aren't getting the quality education
they deserve
too many kids
are losing their future.
Way too many kids.
We have got to make a change now. Now.
Now. Right now.
We have to change. Let's build a system where every child,
Gets a great education. Every child.
Every child,
no matter their zip code,
no matter their income,
No matter their race.
no matter what,
Every child. Let's give parents the power.
to choose the very best school for their child.
The power.
Power for every child. Join us. It's time to help every family.
It's time to help every child.
Every child. It's time
It's time.
It's time for educational choice.
This is special coverage of the official kickoff of National School Choice Week 2015 with Andrew Campanella in Jacksonville, Florida, Lisa Keegan in Phoenix, Arizona, and Randon Steinhauser in Austin, Texas.
And now, please welcome Walker Webb.
Good afternoon and happy National School Choice Week. My name is Walker, and I am a homeschool student using Florida Virtual School to get the education that I need. To help you understand why school choice is a very good choice, I'm going to talk a little bit about myself. I'm 13 years old, turning 14 next month. I ride horses competitively, and I play guitar/sing for a band. It wouldn't be even remotely possible to juggle these activities without the freedom that being a homeschool student brings me. The flexibility of Florida Virtual School allowed me to take 3 classes per semester at an accelerated pace. And because of this, I was able to do 2 semesters worth of classwork in 1, as opposed to doing a traditional pace for 6 classes of a full year cycle. My band, W2, was able to record our debut EP because of FLVS. I was able to spend countless hours in a recording studio because of the freedom that having the choice of my education gave me. And thanks to that, you can now find my band's album virtually everywhere, from services like iTunes, Google Play, and even services that I can't pronounce in France. Another great thing about being homeschooled is that it allowed me to take, and as of last December finish, my first college course with an A while still in the 8th grade. Thanks to being a homeschool student, I am able to go out twice a week to the barn where I ride my horse. And because of the time that being an FLVS student gave me, I was last show season's short stirrup reserve champion. There is so much that you give up when you don't explore other educational options, yet so many people don't know it. I'm Walker Webb, and this is my example on how having school choice helped me leave my footprint on the world. Thank you. And now it is my honor to help introduce a woman who helped make these type of educational options a reality for millions of families across America. Please join me in welcoming a true pioneer for school choice, the founder of the Center for Education Reform, Jeannie Allen.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to begin by sharing a quote with you. Education means emancipation. It means light and liberty. It means the uplifting of the soul of man into the glorious light of truth, the light by which men can only be made free. I first heard that quote by Frederick Douglass from Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas in his opinion on the constitutionality of the Ohio School Choice Program in 2002. Thomas recalled Douglass's famous words at a moment in time when it appeared our nation had forgotten the importance of education. So much so that parents who wanted choice found themselves battling for their opportunity to choose at the nation's highest court in Washington, D.C. It was a scene like no other at the time. Busloads of children, families, and activists from throughout the country descended on a cold nation's capital almost exactly 13 years ago to this week. Their presence had a huge impact on the decision. The involvement of ordinary citizens always does. Justice Thomas would go on to affirm what you here today know, that any child may not reasonably be expected to succeed in life if he is denied, if she is denied, the opportunity of an education. It took a U.S. Supreme Court decision to confer the obvious, that the independent and private choices of parents is paramount. Just 10 short years before, there were only 2 small school choice programs being constantly challenged. The decision in the Supreme Court that day would have a riveting effect on parents' efforts to achieve school choice. Shortly thereafter, Washington, D.C. enacted a path-breaking scholarship program, and the floodgates were open. And while every effort in the state meets with disapproval from some naive, oppositional, or simply uninformed persons or groups, such vocal minorities have not been able to stop the tide of public opinion and parental demand for school choice in this great land. There is, however, one and only one thing that can stop school choice from reaching more parents, and that is when parents, with the pressures of everyday life, leave the job to someone else to handle. School choice is parental choice, and parental choice requires parents on the front lines making their voice known everywhere, wherever they go, in the grocery store, in the carpool line, at work, at church, wherever. And so the parents and future parents out there, and by the way, that means all of you children, let me say this. Our nation's lawmakers are just like you and I. They live in similar houses, drive similar cars, have similar life challenges. Oh, yes, they do. And they wake up every morning just like you and I. But there's one major difference, however. Lawmakers who make our laws work for you. You elect them to protect you, and you pay them. They owe you their support, if you ask for it, that is. Too many parents worry what might happen if they speak out and they speak up. They think there'll be pushback, then speaking truth to power just isn't their place. But think of this. What will happen if you don't speak up? What will happen if you don't speak out? What will happen to your children, the children next door, to the children all across this great country if too many of us sit on the sidelines? So to all of you again, every parent, guardian, friend, colleague, supporter of rights for children, mom and dad, you are the boss. You are in charge, and when it comes to school choice, it is not a luxury you are asking for. It is a right. Yes. You must ask for it, you must demand it, and you must be engaged. Whether you already have school options already or are seeking them, we need you to work for it. Whether it's choice in the traditional public school system, in the public charter schools of America, online learning, private schools, homeschooling, whatever it is, never stop working and never stop fighting, please. Knowing school choice is a civil right is simply not enough. As history has shown us, parents who rally and organize, who write letters, make calls, and show up, make school choice a reality for others. And the fight, let me just tell you, even with all that progress you have heard about today, and you will continue to hear about this week, the fight is only just beginning. Make the fight for school choice a priority in your life, and that of everyone around you. The lives of your children, the lives of our children, depend on it. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, Jeannie, so much. And speaking of strong advocates, it is now my pleasure to welcome to Spotlight Public Charter Schools, live by satellite from Phoenix, Arizona at the NFL Yet School, our friend Lisa Graham Keegan. Say hi to Lisa, everybody.
Hey, Andrew. I am so happy to be with you from Phoenix, and it is a huge thrill for me to be at one of my favorite schools. NFL Yet is one of our Espiritu schools in South Phoenix, highest scoring schools in the neighborhood, a fabulous treasure in Arizona. And I am here with the founder and my great friend Armando Reese, with the head of the schools, Adrian Reese, and with Tommy Espinosa, who helped me 25 years ago with Armando as we put public charter schools in place. So this is such an honor to be at this school that is the recipient of a Super Bowl grant the last time the Super Bowl was here. And we want to talk to them about why they are such a fabulous school. Adrian, what makes this place so special?
Thank you, Lisa. I think it's a matter of the collaborative effort that our students, faculty, parents, it's a collaborative effort to further educate. They take an active approach in their education to go to and through college.
Well, and they do. These students are really outstanding. You can see behind us. I want to ask you, Armando, what has it meant to have choices like this, to be the choice like this in the neighborhood that you grew up in?
Yeah. It's real important that our communities, we needed pioneers, people who were willing to step outside the box. As Democrats, as Latinos, Mexicanos, we saw that there was something had to change in education. And there's no greater power than giving parents the ability to choose what school they wanted to send their children to, and then giving them the money to be able to do that.
And that's what the public charter school law in Arizona and other places has done. Tommy, we put so many choices in place in Arizona, and you and the Raza Fund have been behind so much of that. Why does that matter so much to the state?
Lisa, it matters because it's preparing the leadership for the future of Arizona. And everyone knows that education is one of those must-have in order to have a strong economic force in the state of Arizona. And more importantly, to give the leadership, this young, beautiful generation of diverse population in Arizona, the tools to succeed.
Well, and Arizona is so proud. The majority of our students in Arizona are Hispanic, and we have great leadership in our schools. So we're just really, really proud of them, Andrew. And these are just some of the choices in Arizona, as you know.
Absolutely, Lisa. You guys are absolutely pioneers. Tell me, what has Arizona planned for National School Choice Week this year?
Well, Andrew, it's out of control. So all I can tell you is I know we have over 200 events going on in the coming week. Everybody celebrating all of our excellent choices, private, public, homeschooling, district schools. We're really, really excited to be here with charters. And so it's going to be a fabulous week of celebration with the Super Bowl. We are celebrating excellence all over Arizona. It's beautiful out here. So we're really happy to be part of this. And so we're going to back up and we're going to send you a wish from Arizona. So all the way from Phoenix, guys, here we go.
Thank you, Lisa.
Andrew.
Thank you, Lisa. And let's say thank you to Lisa and all the students and school leaders there. And now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you a true champion of quality education and school choice, our good friend, Joe Trippi.
Wow, you are
there. Thank you so much. And that introduction that Andrew gave me, he left out that I grew up on the wrong side of the street. On my side of the yellow lines, on my side of the street, schools weren't that great. Gangs were taking root. Most kids weren't graduating, and not many were going on to college. On the other side of the street, if you lived on that side, you were going to schools that were a little safer. Gangs weren't there, kids were graduating and having a chance at higher education and university and colleges. You had no choice. Everything was decided by what side of the street you lived on, like too many neighborhoods still today. But my mom, who was a waitress raising 5 kids on her own, fought that line and then somehow talked school officials into letting me cross it. There was no such thing as school choice back then, but I am who I am because my mother decided to be a pioneer that day and argue with school officials and demand it for me. Sometimes I think about how those yellow lines could have changed the direction of my life. What could my future have been if my mom hadn't fought for me that day? And I think about what happened to the other kids in my neighborhood who were stuck on the wrong side of that arbitrary line. All these years later, the one thing I could hope all of us can agree with is that regardless of party, is that the status quo isn't working. Too many families have no access to good schools. And we can agree that's not acceptable and that it has to change. The reason I believe National School Choice Week is so important is that it invites everyone to put politics and ideology aside and fight and focus on solutions. Whether it's public schools that served me so well throughout my education, charter schools or magnet schools, virtual schools or home schools, National School Choice Week builds a community across the country that's celebrating solutions that work and welcoming all to bring their solutions and ideas to the table. Leave your partisanship at the door. Too much is at stake for this to become yet another political issue that both sides use to demonize the other. What's important about School Choice Week is that I may not support your favorite solution, and there are many who will definitely not support some of the solutions I might think of. But this is the place where we can come together to agree that the status quo isn't working, and agree that it's the parents who should choose which solution in which school is best for their child. Thanks, Mom, and thank all of you for being a part of this important week. Thank you.
When we come back, we'll see how Texas will celebrate National School Choice Week with a special report from Austin as the official kickoff of National School Choice Week 2015 continues.
The human experience was created out of a very specific need for a particular group of children who needed access to quality education as they were entering middle school. And providing that access would not have been possible without Step Up for Students and school choice.
My students deserve to go to a better school, and they knew it. Step Up for Students empowered my students to take control of their destiny and create a school unlike any other.
School choice allows my family to decide what school fits me best. The Step Up for Students scholarships allows me to attend the Human Experience in Orlando.
Personally, school choice allows me to select a school where I can express my musical and artistic talents. At the Human Experience, they tie music to math, music to reading, and music to science. It just makes learning more easier and fun.
At this school, I can be myself. And the teachers here, they encourage me to chase my dreams.
As a parent and a teacher, school choice is important to me because it provides our community with options. It gives our children access to quality education that best suits their learning styles and goals.
I think it's safe to say that without Step Up and school choice, the human experience would not exist.
So thank you, Step Up for Students and school choice.
Thank you.
And now the official kickoff of National School Choice Week 2015 continues with Andrew Campanella in Jacksonville, Florida.
Please welcome Bryce Williams.
Good afternoon. My name is Bryce Williams, and I'm currently an 8th grader at Kirby Smith Middle School. Kirby Smith is a choice school for math, science, and technology. The technology component of Kirby Smith is what drew me to their program. I like that all of their core classes integrated technology in some way, not just worksheets. In elementary school, while finishing up 5th grade, you have to begin looking at your next step for school. Middle school. Dun, dun, dun. Having the choice of many different schools was exciting and nerve-wracking too. I knew that I would be leaving the comfort of the school I had been attending for 4 years, and that many of my friends would be going in different directions. My family and I attended many tours of several middle schools just to get a feel for each one. We attended both morning and evening tours. We wanted to meet some of the teachers and administrators, see the other students in their school environment, and to look at the programs they had to offer. I have to say, it was overwhelming, but I am glad I did it. After thinking about each different school, I decided on Kirby Smith. My parents thought about all aspects of their school, but their main concern was more with how I was going to get around Kirby Smith, since it was 3 stories and spread out. I, on the other hand, was only looking at the program. The fact that Kirby Smith had 3 flights of stairs and the gym was on the other side of the campus was not even a concern for me. I wanted the choice of the program, and I did not see the stairs as an obstacle. Another factor that made my decision a hard one was that many of my friends at the time were choosing a different school than me. But after my parents saw my interest and the excitement over Kirby, they reminded me that if you choose a school because you're interested in it, then you will meet new friends that have many of the same interests. That is a true fact. So Kirby Smith was my choice, and I'm glad I made that decision. Not only have I enjoyed their program and have grown, I've met some of the most amazing teachers and many new lifelong friends. We each have lots in common with our goals and interests, and that has made my experience at Kirby Smith an amazing one. I was asked, why does having a school choice work for me? I would say that being able to make a choice of where you want to go to school gives you a sense of accountability because you choose it. When it comes down to it, a school is just a building, but what's inside is what makes it special. The program, teachers, staff, and its students. Many students are probably just like me in many ways. We all want to find a place where we have interest, we fit in, we want to grow and learn. None of this would have been possible without the choice of my school. Thank you all, and have a great School Choice Week.
Thank you so much. Now let's turn our attention to private education as we travel across the country and look at National School Choice Week events going on across the map. We're going to go to Randon Steinhauser, who is live via satellite at the Hyde Park School in Austin, Texas. Everybody, say hi to Randon. Brandon, what's going on in Austin?
Hi, Andrew. I'm coming at you today from Hyde Park Schools, which is known across Texas for their academic excellence and the opportunity for parents to choose private education in the Lone Star State. I'm surrounded by parents, students, and teachers here, everyone from first graders all the way up to seniors, and we're excited to begin National School Choice Week here in Texas.
Brandon, I hear there's a pretty cool marching band at that school.
There's marching bands, and also the dance team actually here from Hyde Park is the official dance team for National School Choice Week, and they will be leading the dance at next week's huge rally here in Austin.
Thank you so much, Randon. Everybody say thank you to Randon and all the students and parents there.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, Randon. Now it's my pleasure to welcome Kyla and Jaminda Thompson.
To me, Florida Virtual School is more than a class, a teacher, and 3 to 4 assignments a week. It's a learning experience that allowed me to do things I never thought I could, like finding an angle of a triangle when given only the sides, and studying the great lost cities of Zimbabwe. I also learned the value of communication and accountability. Teachers don't bite, and it's okay to correspond with them often. They want students to succeed just as much as we ourselves do. The greatest relationship that I formed, however, was not with my teachers, but with myself. I found the greatness, the confidence, the pizzazz, and the determination within that I could have never found without FLVS. The awesome thing is, I'm nowhere near alone. They have achieved what I think is education's ultimate goal.
Thank you, Kyla. We live in a world that not one type or style of learning fits all. As an educator, as a mother of 3, and as a global citizen, I see a vast array of student needs. Developmentally, students thrive in environments that provide structure, creativity, as well as the opportunity for goal setting and accountability. The talents that students possess need to be developed and shared with the world around them. Time to dedicate to these talents is critical, and it may not fall in a traditional schedule. These students are examples of why it is important to have choice within our education system. The road to greatness may look differently for one student than it does for another, but the ultimate goal is a goal full of experience that promote growth, skill, excellence, fulfillment, and self-worth. I wish you all a happy National School Choice Week. We'll be right back after this.
National School Choice Week 2015 will continue right after this.
Hello, I'm Senator Marco Rubio, and it's an honor and privilege to serve Florida in the United States Senate. I want to thank you for choosing Florida for this kickoff event. As we kick off National School Choice Week, I stand with you in committing to breaking down barriers to educational choice. We have many champions for education reform gathered here today, and I'd like to thank all of you, students, parents, educators, organizations, and advocates for the work you're doing every day to shine a light on the need for more educational opportunity. Access to a quality education is a requirement for our children to succeed. Creating more educational options and empowering parents is critical to achieving meaningful education reform. If there's one thing I know to be true, it's that educational choice and parental empowerment are fundamental rights, and there should be no child denied access to a quality education. So again, thank you for all your work, dedication, and commitment to giving children across the country a real chance to achieve their American dream. May God bless all of you. May God bless our students. And may God always bless the United States of America.
We return now to special coverage of the official kickoff of National School Choice Week 2015.
And we're back. Thank you again for joining us here in the audience and at home. We've talked today about all of the different types of schools that parents can choose for their children, but how can parents choose what is truly best for their kids? Joining me now is Wendy Howard. She is the founder and executive director of the Florida Alliance for Choices in Education, and she's joined by her daughters, Jessica and JC. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for having us, Andrew.
So Wendy, tell me a little bit more about what parents should be looking for when it comes to choosing a school for their child.
They need to do their homework, look at the online resources, be engaged in their child's education. If there's something going wrong, look for other additional options. If there's barriers in place, there's more than likely other parents that are in the same boat, so do something about it.
They should talk to other parents too.
Exactly.
And you yourself and your husband have chosen different schools for your kids.
Yes, my girls have been in private school, homeschool, traditional public school, public charter school, private virtual school, and part-time Florida virtual school.
So pretty much every option that parents can choose for their kids.
Exactly.
And how has that been for you guys?
We're very thankful for all the choices that we got. We're very happy.
Great. And Wendy, another thing I wanted to ask you is, if parents want to start looking for schools, when should they start doing that?
Start doing your research now, because enrollment periods will begin shortly.
So again, if parents want to look for new schools for their kids, they might want to make a change, they should start looking for those schools right now so that they can get a seat in one of the best schools that they like the most.
Exactly. You don't want to miss that enrollment period.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Wendy, and thanks to you guys too for being here, and thanks for all your work on school choice and empowering families.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming a true American hero and a pioneer in the fight for civil rights across America, a man who marched alongside Dr. Martin Luther King at Selma and Montgomery for equality, and a leader in the fight to provide quality educational choices for children and families. Let's give a huge National School Choice Week welcome to the Reverend H.K. Matthews.
What are you talking about? Wow. Thank you so much for that introduction. Good afternoon to everybody. Good to see you. It's good to be here. Yes, good to be seen. Just a few days ago, I went to see the movie Selma. And when I looked at that movie, the first march that I participated in, where they greeted us real warmly, I thought about the fact that on that march, we were marching for a right to vote, one that had been denied us. But then when I thought about it, and I thought about school choice, charter schools, private schools, and all of that, I thought about the parallels were so similar. We were marching then for empowerment on that bridge that day. We were marching for empowerment, and those of us who are gathered in this room today are gathered here because we want empowerment. We want to be able to choose where we go to school. It's as simple as that. Several years ago, I led a march of about 6,000 people in Tallahassee for school choice. Thousands of people came from all over the state. About 1,000 of them slept on buses because parents and students were desirable, and I mean dogmatically desirable, of being able to send their children to the schools of their choice. Because so many of them, as you've heard from some here today, Denisha, Meriwether, and some of them who were in failing schools, and when they were taken out, they went to charter schools, private schools, school choice schools, whatever, and they prospered. Their grades improved, their attitudes improved, their actions improved, and so we are here today, and I've gone across the country, not necessarily with school choice, but for choice of any kind, because there's so many people who are being denied the right, and I have no patience at all with people who would attempt to kick thousands of students or children off of the private school rolls, off of the choice school rolls, and those who are putting artificial greed before genuine need. And so I think that these schools, the National Choice for Schools, National School Choice, is something that's good for those who need it. We're not trying to take away from the public schools, because all public schools are not bad, and all private schools are not necessarily good. but there are so many of them that are providing quality education for students. And you've seen here a sea of young people who are benefiting from school choice. And so I admonish all of us, be sure and make a choice where you send your children, because that is what we are fighting for and will continue to fight for, irregardless of those who are filing lawsuits to kick children off of the rolls. We will not see that prevail, but we shall overcome those obstacles. Thank you so very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a Heisman Trophy winner, a Super Bowl MVP, and school choice champion, Desmond Howard.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for having me. How's everyone doing out there? You having a good time? Well, 20-some odd years ago, I graduated from high school. Now, I didn't think much about it at the time. I didn't consider the significance. I was headed off to the University of Michigan, where I would play football. Go Blue. That's right, go Blue. Where I would play football and then eventually play in the NFL. But play for the Jacksonville Jaguars, too. Thank you. Thank you. But what may have seemed like a minor milestone in my life, obtaining a high school diploma, is denied to far too many children every day. As a matter of fact, every 30 seconds, somewhere in our country, a child drops out of high school. That's not acceptable, and that's why I'm here today. Because National School Choice Week celebrates the power of choice. The belief that every educational opportunity should be afforded to every child, no matter their zip code, no matter their family's income, no matter what. I believe every child, all of you here, have the potential to go far in life, to achieve goals, to graduate high school, and to attend and graduate college too. And I don't believe your potential should be limited because of your zip code, because of your assigned school, because of an antiquated system that limits families from accessing quality schools. As a parent, I know this firsthand. Every child is unique. I see it every day with my kids. And that's why school choice is so important. Not every child thrives in the traditional schools. Some children thrive in public charter schools, some in private schools, others homeschooling. Now, if I told you, check this out, that you wanted to buy a car, right? But the quality of the car that you could purchase was based on your zip code, you look at me like I was crazy, right? Right. You demand the safest car no matter what zip code you lived in, right? Then why do we determine a child's fate based on their zip code? Zoning some children to underperforming schools unless their family has the financial means to pay for a private education. So today, as we kick off National School Choice Week, a national celebration dedicated to the students, parents, teachers, and ultimately a celebration about opportunity, I want to thank you, but most of all, I want to applaud all of the students who defy the odds, all of the parents willing to challenge the status quo and put their kids first, and all the quality schools located all across America. Thank you very much, and have a great day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bradley Harrelson.
Hi, how are y'all doing today? My name is Bradley Helson, and I'm a student at Center Academy High School, and I'm also on a McKay Scholarship. Prior to attending Center Academy, I attended a different school. And because of that large classroom setting, I found it difficult to stay on task and achieve high grades. Since coming to Center Academy, I have been given the attention I need to be successful, my grades have improved, and I receive only A's and B's. I'm also dual enrolled at FSCJ College, taking 2 rigorous college courses. Center Academy has been a very positive experience for me. I am so grateful for the school choice and the McKay Scholarship for making all this possible. I want everyone out there to know that with school choice, great things can happen for every kid. Happy National School Week.
Thank you so much, Bradley, and thank you to everyone for joining us here and at home. Today, you've heard from students, parents, teachers, and special guests. You've heard how one simple but transformational concept, school choice, can change lives for the better. For parents watching, I hope you'll use National School Choice Week as a chance to look at the options available to your children. For everyone else, use National School Choice Week as an opportunity to spread the message that school choice works and more families deserve these great options. And now, it is my honor to welcome the chairman of the Florida State Board of Education, Gary Chartrand, to help lead the official ringing of the National School Choice Week bell. Chairman Chartrand.
Thank you, Andrew. And let me just say how proud I am to be the chair of the State Board of Education and to fight every day for school choice. Florida is a leader in school choice. We're proud to have been a leader in school choice. Currently, we have 650 charter schools, 250,000 children attending those charter schools, several choice programs in the public sector, the McKay Scholarship, the Opportunity Scholarships, Step Up for Students, and most recently, a Personal Learning Scholarship. We will continue to fight for school choice for our parents and our children.
Thank you, Chairman Chartrand. I hope everybody uses this week to fight for school choice for all children across this country. Now, are you guys ready to ring in National School Choice Week? Are we going to count these folks down? All right, so let's count them down so we can officially begin the 11,082 events. Wait. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ring the bell. National School Choice Week has begun. Thank you so much and have a great week.
Travel land and sea, but as long as you are with me, there's no place I'd rather be. I would away forever, exalted in the sea, as long as I am with you, my heart continues to beat. With every step we take, Kyoto to the bay, strolling so casually. We're different and the same, gave you another name, switch up the It's easy being with you. Sacred simplicity. As long as we're together, there's no place I'd rather be. With every step we take, Kyoto to the bay, strolling so casually. We're different and the same, gave you another name, switch up the batteries. If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. Know you thought I could hope you can't shame me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be.
Educational choice is personal. A new tool in Florida is opening doors and empowering families to help their children with disabilities thrive in school and in life.
I'm very proud of him and the strides he's made, but I know that he has been underserved, and that's just a financial issue, and I know he can do better, and the PLSA is integral to that.
The PLSAs would be able to help us get the attention that we need to get for him, get the assistance in helping him and helping me teach him better math skills.
This is a worthwhile cause, not only for us, but for literally hundreds and thousands of individuals, students, children, and families around Florida.
We look forward to having a PLSA for John so he can become everything that he can possibly be.
Learn more about the flexibility and the freedom that comes with a PLSA. Educational choice is personal. A new tool in Florida is opening doors and empowering families to help their children with disabilities thrive in school and in life.
I'm very proud of him and the strides he's made, but I know that he has been underserved,